What is the worst song lyric of all time? I was going to put I smell like I sound, but after reading the other lyrics in this thread, it doesn't seem so bad. I pissed myself, Rick Ross. I'm the crap, I'm constipated. Is another memorable / questionable Rick Ross lyric. Lil Wayne, the only time I will depend is when I'm 70 years old. That's when I can't hold my crap within, so I crap on myself. 'Cause I'm so sick and tired of crapping on everybody else. I get what he's doing lyrically, but Jesus Christ. Also Lil Wayne, yes I'm the crap, got to defecate to conversate. Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it, I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it. Rick Ross. Is he talking of spiking her drink then raping her? That's effed up. Yup. He got his multi-million-dollar deal with Reebok pulled after that. I don't think anyone has ever pointed out these lyrics, but in No Questions by Rich the Kid, told my mama ain't no stressin'. Now I'm flexin', she just sucked me ain't no texting. I don't think those are supposed to be related, but yeah, not really, thought out laughing my butt off. His mum sucked his cock? I kind of get why they're not texting each other after that. Below what? No questions. I'll bend you over and tie you up to a pole, and stretch your nuts back and fling M up your butthole, of course, it's ICP. ICP is basically cheating in this thread. Never heard of ICP before. I'm off to Spotify to hear this. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Oh god, why did nobody warn this person? Well, while you're at it, dating game is pretty funny. Whenever my wife introduces me to somebody new, I put on that voice, introduce myself, and then say, ladies call me Stretch Nuts. Are you a psychopathic deranged crackhead freak? A yuggalo isn't like anybody that you ever met before. He'll eat Monopoly and crap out Connect 4. I don't want to see a ghost, that's the sight that I fear most, rather have a piece of toast. Everybody likes to bag on this lyric, but is she wrong at all? If I saw a ghost, I would crap. I'd much rather have some toast. Here's the thing, I have IBS. The ghost may make me crap myself, but so may the toast. And yeah, maybe I'll somehow die due to the ghost, but my IBS pain makes me wish I was dead sometimes, so which is actually worse? At least the ghost is something new, you know? This feels like sacrilege because they're my all-time favorite band, but I like your BMX selling tits. Where do you stand on the tattoo of a pig sniffing glue? I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it. If I recall correctly, Rick Ross lost his Reebok endorsement deal after that one. Yes. Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it, couldn't believe what I heard, had to rewind it and listen again. I haven't listened to him since. A very rapey lyric. What's the song? UOENO. It's on Rick Ross's verse. He caught a lot of flack for it, rightfully. Edit, wrong vowel and a missing letter. I have failed at interneting today. Okay, I think it's fixed now. And I just dropped some new merch and it's selling like a god church. England is my city. Putting its everyday bro lyrics is basically cheating. Beyond cheating, like getting an A before taking the test LMFAO. Well, I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. I just know that you're probably clean. There's one little thing I got due to you. Jailbait Ted Nugent. Edit, apparently, it's originally the Rolling Stones. I only ever heard the Johnny Winters version. Johnny Winters has a song Stray Cat Blues that's all about effing a 15-year-old and telling her to invite her friend. I can see that you're 15 years old. No, I don't want your ID, and I've seen that you're so far from home, but it's no hanging matter, it's no capital crime. Her body smoking. Bet she die from cancer. I looked this up and got Centers of Disease Control and Prevention videos. Let Me Hit It by Sportio. And if you got a daughter older than 15, I'ma rape her from DMX. Can't believe the crap people will say. I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick cause I effed a corpse. X is crazy. I guess X really is going to give it to ya. Posthumously. This is one of my favorite sites to tell people about. Web link. Original poster replies. DMX is that crap insane. There's a reason he barks at the beginning of his songs. I was just going to say that DMX is so crazy that no one really knows what to make of his lyrics. By and large, people knew what to make of this lyric. He was rapping from the perspective of a fictional hitman, as he often did. Appalling line nonetheless, but that's the context. Wait, are you going to tell me that Johnny Cash didn't shoot all those guys either? Hold on a second, did Carrie Underwood not actually take a Louisville Slugger to both taillights? Weird Al did not actually order 12 starving crazed weasels. The Notorious B.I.G. did not in fact slit the wrists of Little Sis after she sucked his dick, and also did not stab her brother with an ice pick. Want to know the sad truth about why he barks? When he was 14, he began wandering the streets of Yonkers to escape his mother's abuse, and eventually found comfort in befriending stray dogs that walk the streets at night. He is now a pastor and a father of 15 kids. He had several teenage daughters at the time he wrote the offending lyric. TLDR, he was bitten by a street dog which gave him special barking powers. Web link. Any of them happen to be daughters older than 15? She was a cheerleader, a real young bleeder. Aerosmith. I always thought the line was a real young breeder. Not that that's any better. You expect lyrics that aren't 30-second horror from Steve Tyler. Didn't he adopt a 16-year-old he was effing so she could travel with him? Meanwhile, his actual daughter was off being raised by Todd Rundgren. A lot of songs from bands of that era were very rapey. And unfortunately, they weren't lying about how rapey they were in real life. And it's weird that 60s-80s culture didn't focus on those artists. But they hyper-focused on certain other bands from era that all turned out weird. Iron Maiden worships Satan. Their 40-year catalog of songs is about British history and literature. Their drummer is a born-again Christian and their lead singer is really into planes. Ozzy Osbourne glorifies drug use. Pretty much half my songs are about how crippling my addictions are and you really don't want any part of it. Also, the bat thing was a horrible misunderstanding and I had to get a rabies shot. But Sharon was, before I married her, a no-crap, god-tier publicist. Alice Cooper, all I did was literally bring a snake on stage and wear Halloween makeup. Also sober for 50 years and literally all my backstage stories are about how I love my wife and trying to convince my co-headliners how great sobriety is. Judas Priest drove a fan to suicide. Totally fine with us in the 80s, introducing gay leather culture into mainstream rock music. But twisting our extremely generic heavy metal whatever lyrics into subliminal messages to kill yourself, that's what you went with? That guy in Twisted Sister guy is a clown and probably an idiot. We can totally subpoena him and make him look like a fool to push music censorship. D. Snyder, my buddy John Denver and I are going to rhetorically beat you over the head with the First Amendment inside the halls of Congress. All the other mainstream rock acts openly banging 14-year-old groupies? Nope, not a problem. I love what Rob Halford said about that stupid lawsuit. Why would we get our fans to kill themselves? We would tell them to buy more records. Or when Ozzy had to go to court. He was asked, in your song Paranoid, don't you say I tell you to end your life? I wish I could but it's too late. Ozzy laughed when he corrected her. Actually, the line is I tell you to enjoy life. He compared it to all the people who thought Hendrix said excuse me while I kissed this guy. I have been listening to that album since it came out and never once did I hear anything other than enjoy life and my hi-fi was not that high of fi. Iron Maiden worships Satan. Their 40-year catalog of songs is about British history and literature. Their drummer is a born-again Christian and their lead singer is really into planes. This one always makes me laugh. Iron Maiden would 100% be more like the metal equivalent of Druids or something than devil worshippers would. If we don't stop them, they're going to keep poisoning our children's minds. Like songs about Chex Notes, classical nautical poetry, Tennyson, Crimean War, Greek myth of Icarus, nerdy sci-fi books, Alexander the Great, nerdier sci-fi books. Iron Maiden is turning the nation's children into dorks. Dorks. I mean, the same groups also went after D&D, so indications are they have more of an issue with dorks than pedos. All the other mainstream rock acts openly banging 14-year-old groupies? Nope, not a problem. RHCP has left the conversation. Nope, not a problem. That's because they were feeding the machine by selling millions upon millions of records, so no one said jack crap other than don't get caught. Honey got a booty like pow, pow, pow. Honey got some boobies like wow, oh wow. I find the most erotic part of a woman is the boobies. Kif Kroker, Zap Brannigan. Honey got some boobies like wow, oh wow. Did a middle schooler write that line for him? My thought exactly. She's got a big booty, so I call her Big Booty. That song is catchy, but hearing a grown man say boobies is not attractive. My son, when he was little, used to sing Thomas got some movies like wow oh wow instead of honey got a booty like wow oh wow. I'd say that would be a better lyric choice in my opinion, lol. Now, boys, the network has a problem with some of your lyrics. Do you mind changing them for the show? Forget you, clown. Yeah, our lyrics are like our children, man. No way. Well, okay, but here where it says, what I got you got to get and put it in you, how about just, what I'd like is I'd like to hug and kiss you. Wow. That's much better. Everyone can enjoy that. She blow that dick like a cello, Lil Yachty, the cello, being the stringed instrument. Okay, let's stop for a second. Before you come at me, I'ma let you know. I'ma blame my onder. Because he listened to that song many times and he allowed me to say that. I guess for a second, I thought a cello was a woodwind instrument and it is not. And nobody ever said crap. Nobody ever pulled up a pick and said, hey man. I don't know if you know what this is, but it ain't that. I effed up. I thought Squidward played the cello. He don't. That's a flute. I effed up. But it do sound good. Lil Yachty, not making things much better. The best part of this quote is that Squidward actually played the clarinet. He should keep the rhyme and change the lyric to oboe. Or said stroke the dick like a cello. Yes, but also that would not be accurate. For you see, she did not stroke the dick, she blew it. Which would honestly be a better compliment, as double reed instruments, like the oboe, are notoriously difficult to master. I love that he owned the mistake though. He could have tried to bullcrap that it was an artistic decision and made up some imagery or irony that he was going for, but no, he just straight said I effed up and no one had my back. People crap on dude, but from all the interviews I've seen, he seems like a chill person and just making music for the fun of it, but Lord knows everyone tries to force hip-hop to always be this super serious genre, even though 2 Live Crew and so many other hilarious artists have existed throughout the history of rap. I don't know if you know what this is, but it ain't that. I'm dead, smiley face. What's actually incredibly hilarious is that the artist has talked about this. He was like 18 when he wrote that song and genuinely thought a cello was a woodwind instrument. Like it was just one of those glaring knowledge gaps that you don't realize you have until you say it out loud in a group and everyone stops and starts. He says he thought a cello was like the instrument Squidward plays on SpongeBob. And his production team, no one mentioned anything, and it wasn't until after the song came out that he realized he was so incorrect on what a cello was. He makes a lot of jokes about it. Which I find hysterical, honestly. It gets even better, because he tried to correct it by saying he was thinking of a flute, which is also wrong, because Squidward plays a clarinet. Like, can you imagine one of your glaring gaps in knowledge preserved forever in your most popular song? That you have to perform. He seems to have a pretty good sense of humor about it. Effing magnets, how do they work? Water, fire, air, and dirt. Effing magnets, how do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist. Y'all mother effers lying, And getting me pissed that whole song is a comedy classic, lol. If I've had a crappy day, I play this to cheer myself up again, never fails. Great line. I took an electricity and magnetism course in college, and this was something we would yell every time we didn't understand some magnetism concept, which was often. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.